started. My name's Debbie Bailey from Circle of Love Wreath Company. Today we're going to do a fun live, or at least I hope it's a fun live. I went on a shopping spree, and if you're like me, you think you're going to go to Hobby Lobby and you have one, maybe two things you want to run in real quick and get, but somehow you wind up with a basket full of things. And if you're like me, you grab the little red basket, not the buggy, the red basket, because you're only getting one or two things. So you put that in, and then before you know it, you're walking around the store. You have ribbon, you have items, you have all the stems that you're going to buy. I mean, you just have all this stuff, and you didn't really know you needed that stuff until you saw it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you don't mind, in the chat, let me know where you're watching from, and let me know if you see something you really like, let me know. And also let me know if you see something you think you would like to see me make. Let me know that also. We're going to go ahead and get started. Once I get started teaching, or once I get started with it, then I do a lot better. I hear it somewhere. It's from your phone. Okay, my husband is here. As I said, he was working on the TV. I was going to try to see your chats on the TV, but it didn't work out. Me too. I can always fill the basket, no matter what I'm doing. My husband says, we just came in for one thing, and here you are with a whole basket full of stuff. Well, if you're a crafter, if you're a wreath maker, whatever you do, you know, you feel my pain. I'm going to go ahead and get started with Michael's. I have 2 bags. And let me give you one little tip. One thing that I have, and this is after 3 years of making wreaths. One thing that I have discovered, if I go in and I have a plan, which isn't often because usually I'm running in, like I said, for 1 or 2 things, and I have a plan for a wreath, I try to stick to that and just buy the items for that wreath. This is what I did at Michael's. This is not what I did at Hobby Lobby. So this is my first stem that I have. It has nice fall colors. This is the second one. I love these because usually whenever, or not usually, sometimes whenever I'm buying, and I know for sure I'm making a wreath, I'll buy 3 stems of the item. And then if I'm making a fall wreath that's mainly greenery and just with some berries, I'll have 3 different types of greenery. So that was my first. This is my second type of greenery. All right, let's go ahead and get started. This is the second greenery that I bought at Hobby Lobby. And if I knew the names, I would tell you, but I don't know the names. This is some type of eucalyptus leaf. I have 3 of those. And I'm going to use these that I'm showing you on a 14-inch grapevine. This is the other one. You can see it. I love the beautiful fall colors. I'm going to use it. They only have 1 of these. I wish they had 2, but I love the color because this wreath is going to be fall, and I'm going to mainly accent with burgundy. So burgundy, and then I'm going to use a pop of this one. And I only bought 1 of these, so I'm going to use a pop of this. I did buy stuff this time, and I have some more stuff that I bought to make a Halloween wreath. Look at this. Does this just not scream Halloween?
Circle of Love Wreath.
Here's some more. All of this again I bought from Michael's. I bought some little roses. These were very economical. And so is this one. So I have a Halloween wreath to do. I don't do a lot of Halloween, I have to be honest. I just have mixed emotions for it, but I do some. I don't like to do a lot. thought I'd taken all the plastic off. These are the berries that's going to go with the, or not berries, but it's going to go with the burgundy wreath that I have made. That's one bag, friends. Let's look at the second bag. Let me break it up. Something else that's real popular now is ribbon, and it's a soft ribbon. They have this at Michael's, and I ordered a bunch of it. It was only $5 for you to make the loopy bows with. So you just take it and you make your bow, and then it's a loopy bow. They have some others that's more expensive. They have some Silk like this. They have some Stevens like this. But I thought since I'm starting out, I would try. So I got red, I got green, I got silver and gold. And this is the fringe ribbon. I am going to have lots of nice choices. And I'm going to give you another tip. When I first started out, I used to, everybody go live and they'd be selling this. And I'd think, oh, I love that wreath. And I'd rush out to buy the items to make the wreath. And I'd have so many things, and I still do. But my tip is do one wreath, if you're a wreath, or one arrangement at a time. And if you can hold off from seeing stuff that you just really love and plan it out, then you love it because it has the black, but it has a little bit of the green in it. Here is a pumpkin. Let me tell you what I planned for doing this. I wasn't crazy about the color, but I like to make designer pumpkins. And I thought maybe for a YouTube tutorial, I might demonstrate how to make a designer pumpkin. And I thought I would do a little one. This is one I made last year. You can see I have the white material, and it was just from a Walmart pumpkin. That's all this was, one of those orange ones. Thank you. Back to my Halloween wreath. These are some butterflies that I'm going to use. I'm going to make the Halloween wreath on a 14-inch grapevine, and it'll just be the greenery and the black, and then the butterflies will accent. That's just Michael's. All right, let's get started with Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby is the one that I just ran in because I just needed a couple of things. I bought this pumpkin, velvet. I have all of this. And this is what I'm talking about when you buy. If you just buy with a project in mind, that will help you just stick to one item at a time. Hi, Whitney. These are from Hobby Lobby. This is for a different wreath. I'm going to make it either on a 16-inch oval grapevine, or I'm going to make it on a 14-inch round grapevine. I haven't decided yet. But again, I have my florals. This is a beautiful burgundy. I went to ChatGPT and I asked what are some of the fall colors. Burgundy was one of them. Gold was the other one. My favorite colors too. They're my favorite colors. Before we moved to Oklahoma, when we lived in Sunnyvale, my house was lots of burgundy and gold, but that was from years ago. Let me see if I can set this down. I think I'll pick it up. Here's another eucalyptus. I always start with a base. That's what I always do. And in my base, I usually have 3 types of greenery. So this is one greenery, and I have 3 stems of that. This is another greenery. And this will bring out the burgundy. I have 2 stems of that. I picked up some gold, some of this, and something else I might use is some, if I can get it out of here, I should have had already pulled out, is some of this, some phoenix fern. I just think that really screams fall. I love it. So I'll probably use some of it. I have some gold. Not sure what they're called, but I think that will be beautiful with gold pumpkin. And I have some blackberries. When I buy stuff, I don't always use everything, but I save it for another project. So we've been to Michael's, we've been to Hobby Lobby. Now let's look at the Crafty Farmer. The Crafty Farmer is a girl who sells stuff, and it's mainly farmhouse stuff. I'm going to see if I can. You might wonder, where did I learn how to do this? The Candy Crew, and I'm going to put her link in the comments. Heather Williams from Velvet Vines and Designs. I'll put her link in the comments. So if you want to know how to do like lasso wreaths and stuff, she's a person I learned it. She also has some workshops. So if you're a wreath maker, you might look her up and see if she has a workshop. She has one at the end of this month that I'm going to do. And that's where we're going to learn how to use a hot tool and make designs in the cowboy hat. So I think that's going to be exciting. I can't wait to do that. We're also going to, this is some of the stuff she carries. A lot of it's just farmhouse stuff. This is a trough, and we're going to do a flower arrangement in it. And I think all of this is going to be Christmas. And then this is what I love. I love it because it's so unusual. It's stuff I don't think about. This is barbed wire. She's going to show us how to make it look rusty in the workshop. And she just took barbed wire and put it together. And so they're going to teach us how to put foam. So this came from the Crafty Farmer. I'll put her website in the comments too. It does sound like fun. The last one I took with Heather, it's a workshop, and I love to do workshops. I don't know about you, but I love to do workshops because you buy just what you need for that workshop. And then that way you're not overspending. Because I do that a lot, and I'm trying not to do that a lot. How many wreaths will you be able to create with your fall haul? Probably three wreaths, and I'll probably have a lot of materials left over. I usually spend about $65 to $75 per wreath. I like them to be full. I like for them to have just to look professional. I don't like to have holes and stuff in my wreath. You can see this one here. I just made it the other day. What we're going to look at next is from Jam's Designs, Supplies and Designs, and this is for Christmas. This whole box is for Christmas. I'm trying to plan ahead. I already have a bunch of stuff hot, so I'm not buying a lot of stuff, but I love this. I bought 2 of these, and I'm going to put them in a swag like this and add some other stuff to it. And I'll put Jen's link in the comments too when I get done. I just thought this was the cutest stuff. I make a lot of gingerbread stuff during the Christmas holidays. Look at this, little marshmallows. I thought that would be adorable in a gingerbread wreath or an arrangement. Here's some greenery. It has a little bit of snow covered, so that will be awesome to place in. With my swags, I use a 16-inch swag base, and then I add this stuff in. Let me know if you have any more questions. This is another one. These are the 60919. If you're a wreath maker, you've heard about them. And it's silver. And I don't know why I was drawn to the silver, but I was. And I just love it. I think it's very pretty. I think it'll look really pretty for Christmas. I bought 3 of those. Again, I try to buy 3 stems of everything I buy. This is another one. It's like the one I just showed you. Here's one. This is from sDesigns. You can see the flocking falls off. That's the part I don't like so much. When you're doing Christmas arrangements, you have the glitter and you have the flocking. This is a huge one. This will go a long way. All of my Christmas stuff is not just for one wreath or one project. I bought multiples of this because I know I'll use it when I'm making my gingerbread wreaths or arrangements, or if I make a peppermint one or whatever. I know I'll use all those. So I have 3 of those. I have 3 of these that I already showed you. There's just, and this is just the beginning. I haven't even unpacked my Christmas stuff, which is on my plan for next week on selling. Now I just sell on my website, circleofwreathcompany.com, and I still have my Etsy store. So thank you for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell for notifications. And if you feel like you want to share this, please feel free to share this. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you. Thank y'all so much for helping me. Thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.